Alright guys, welcome back to another video of Danganronpa. Today we are continuing off of last video where we fell through this entire garbage pit, and now we are trying to find our way out of here, and we have Kyoko to help us. So, Kyoko, do you use that the thing, Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room? Of course I do. It's absolutely a vital part of ensuring the mastermind. I will never part with it. And it can open any doors in the school, right? That's right. Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Alright, let's try it. Hey, Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right? Let's find out. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then, click. Yes, it opened. And now we can get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Finally! We were finally free. But there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief, because the real fight had just begun. Oh boy, I see the dual academy. Not I was thinking of dual academy, but that's Hope's Peak Academy back there. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. The ladder was impossibly long. Let me get a thumbnail. And I guess they did a good job of censoring, Kyoko's thing, but whatever. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. I climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down. Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm kinda getting nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. Kyoko, there's something I need to ask you. Wait, why do they have, like, character bubbles or whatever? You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work? How long? Ever since I can remember. It came from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. So it's like a generation thing. There was time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family have always seen it that way. Then is your family famous? Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Huh? But how come? It's like your family traditions, right? So, because we take pride in it. Pride? A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence. Conscious effort? It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational. But it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains it. Before I came here, when one was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect her pride, the pride of her family. Wait a minute. 8/20/2010? That is like a decade ago. A decade and 4 years ago. 14 years ago, precise. And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, is because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that. Wait, so if it's in her bloodline, then shouldn't her dad be a detective? I don't know, maybe he's not, and she just picked up from it from her grandparents, or maybe it's the mom's side or something. Oh yeah, it must be the mom's side. Because remember, she was raised without her dad. Or just Mr. her dad.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you'd be reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I wanted to talk to my father about.
However,
There's something I want to say to him though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Severe? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next lead head of the Kirigiri family, so it's the father's side. He was talented and he had a promising future, but he had no interest in detective work, so he cut ties off from the family. So that's why he became a headmaster and not a detective. Not long after that, my mother died and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather and they had a huge argument, and I was young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I would never have had a chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. Now that I think about it, I have like a little intrusive thought. What if Makoto just, was like, screw this. I'm just gonna fall down. And I gotta take you down with me, Kyoko. And then he just like, let's go. And then, wah, boom. And they just fall down together. And then, I don't know. It'll be funny. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell how she looked when she said that. Damn, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell was that, compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame him, He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true. There's still one thing. One thing that I can never forgive. Really? The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing. But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as a little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow. That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, you just cut ties? Cut him out like that? Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul? No. Is blood really enough to call someone family? We're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence. And after, I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Finally. Looks like this is it. Get a thumbnail. On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back?
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. Well, here goes nothing. I reached my right hand up and pushed against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... oh, I remember this. Looks like we're back. It's been a long time since we used the garbage room. It's been a while since we had a janitor. But I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak Academy. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out of there without you. Oh, thanks. Necessary. I was just returning the favor. Okay, so... this is how we got out the garbage pit. I never imagined that's where it's led. Should we just look around or talk to Kyoko? Let's just talk to Kyoko. So, now what do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too, you helped me so they might get worried. Yeah, of course. Then let's just get a concrete answer. Huh? Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, if we try to hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at the nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry, what you think is going to happen isn't. Because Mastermind is the one that's ensnared. Mastermind is ensnared? What does that mean? You said something like that before. What does it mean? The Mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the Mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it would be better for us if we go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help with our negotiations. I'm still super uneasy about this. But we don't really have a choice, do we? Monokuma should be in a gym. Let's get going. Alright. In the gym. Oh boy. It's been a while since I was here. That's kind of crazy. I was living in the dumpster. I haven't even been to my dorm in a day. And I'm just reminiscing about the days I was in Hope. Actually, why should I be having nostalgia of this place? This place is heck. This place is... wait, it's nighttime? I just realized. It's nighttime. But as I was saying, yeah, I should not be this happy that back. But, man, oh man, I don't really want to talk to Monokuma. He might finish me off. Or spare me. Depends on what he's gonna do. Hey! Kyoko, I don't mind so much, but Mikuro's supposed to be dead. What is he doing here? That's exactly how I'd thought he'd react. Are we really gonna be okay? You're supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you? So what if I did? What will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko! Do whatever you feel you have to. What? What? Nah. But before you do, let me just say one thing. If you execute Makoto, that means you lose. Not that it matters to you, right? Huh? I lose? You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that? Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you want an excuse to kill me. I was supposed to be chosen as a Blackin and then executed, right? Hey, what are you talking about? But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. Oh yeah, the bad ending. We don't talk about the bad ending. The results of the trial weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in the position one person would protect another like that.
Right.
And in response to that unexpected development, you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the Blackened and trying to execute him. You made a choice out of desperation, no more than that. Must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well.
However,
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you. An entity that would throw a wrench, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of being that could come to our aid even after you killed it.
am I wrong?
Now, here's the absolute truth. Mukuro didn't kill Mukuro. You did. Wait, what? So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the Blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk a big game. You're saying the Blackened is me and not Makoto. And you can prove this, right? No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine to make such a cold claim without a shred of evidence?
That doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now, but with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is only ever one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because
If Makoto really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide. He would have been gripped by the despair you love to inspire. But here we are confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts. And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in this absence of evidence?
indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey,
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone there watching this would be extremely displeased. Huh?
indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think of if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right. Despair can never kill hope. Of course you can say we're just making this all up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square, then I suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial all over again. Oh wait, only over again. Only this time, you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial. It's time for a showdown. One final.
Battle
Oh,
between hope and despair.
okay, one final trial? Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. But what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Very.
What's
I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little, so time for bear jokes. Now, what you suggested might be plausible, but would certainly make for a honey of climax.
In other words,
Does that mean you accept?
you guys!
If we do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And it would cause you unbearable despair, right? Then I'm prepared to agree to your terms. Will your hope win out, or will my despair claim victory? Let's have one final grisly showdown. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this. But this is a long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer's barely a fitting end. So for this final face-off, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been buried here. All the mysteries? That's right, every last mystery that's spying around the school. If you can do that, then that'll be enough to qualify a victory for you. That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well good, then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth of Mukuro's death and solve the mysteries of the school, then you win. But if you can't do all of that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're as excited as you are, I'm sure. When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when a class trial is held.
what's wrong?
I remember that for sure, so what?
Hey,
I just want to confirm that is what you said right and is a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on school regulations. And having a trial from Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception? Then it's part of the regulations. Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro is a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Host Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What? Are you telling the truth? Why did you go quiet all of a sudden? I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So, that's what you have. Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable. Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You're really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get your punishment later anyway. I need to start getting ready a super duper extra special punishment, overflowing with despair. Come on, Makoto, let's go. Okay. Monokuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. And just like that, we were out of the gym. Alright. I could hardly believe it, but somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still had my life, and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you. Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. But still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. But honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so
They had no choice but to accept. Huh?
because
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard. Like I said, So when was it when the mastermind let down their guard?
So,
I wasn't there to hear myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the airwaves to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that. And what do you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over the airwaves seems so unbelievable. You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
however,
And yet somehow the mastermind was able to do it. But think of it another way. There must have been some reason they had to do something that difficult. Reason?
so,
They had to show the world something, no matter the cost of us killing each other. They wanted to show the world? The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing us to kill each other. And their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have been killed anybody. So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point? The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
That's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair, the mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? That's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their only reason for making the rest of us suffer? I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led to the mastermind revealing their weakness. What? Because their goal is to broadcast this killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than reasonable about their own regulations. If the mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't have been a game, but one-sided slaughter. At the very least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. That's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves. That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Juka broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they wouldn't lay a finger on me. So instead, they tried to use the class trial following their proper rules to get me killed. They began a trial that didn't have the right answer. They made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, the mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed on live TV to the entire outside world, the mastermind had to accept your suggestion? To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they have to defeat us in the perfect form. It would only do the mastermind harm to have been shown that they violate their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge. Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance, because you believed in me. Another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much the mastermind's thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have a slightest clue.
Wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. It looks like I got it right. This time at least I won the bet. She let out a quick sigh. I took it as a small sign of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. At all. You seemed totally confident from the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of negotiating and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd shown my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm pathetic.
However,
Anyway, we can't just relax here just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this time,
correct.
or everything we've gone through will have been for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it will cost us our lives. There is no option except to win.
Hey,
But before we begin the final battle, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do now is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
however,
Is that really possible? Huh?
anyway,
Anyway, right now we have to go find the others.
shall we go?
They're probably in the dorm somewhere, shall we go? Yeah, we shall go. Alright. Second time's a charm. Or a third time's a charm, but we don't have a third time. We only have a second time. If we mess up, then we're done for. We're all cooked. We're all cooked. Anyways, dang. Who do we talk to? Sayaka Byakuya? This is Byakuya's room. Is he inside?
Hey,
I don't think he's here. Come on. We need to keep looking. Okay, Byakuya's not there. Junko's dead. Toko. Oh, Toko. Even though I don't want to talk with Toko.
hey,
I don't think she's here. Come on. We need to keep looking. Okay, but who's here? Chihiro's dead. Celeste's dead. Ow. Is Hina's room? Is she inside?
hey,
I don't think she's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Sakura's dead. Leon's dead. Yes, the hero is still alive. His hero's room. Is he inside?
hey,
I think it's here. We have to keep looking. Alright. And Hifumi's. Nah, they did Hifumi wrong. They put him all the way down here in the hall. I just realized that. So they're not in their rooms. Should we look in the dining hall? Maybe we should. Let's look in the dining hall. Nobody's here. And suddenly we were greeted with... What the actual flip? You again? I'm not saying all of that. Is he broken? I suppose his emotional instability reached its limits. Jeez, what the heck?
however,
I wonder what that was all about. I couldn't help but letting out a sigh of relief. Ah,
is that Makoto?
oh, finally you guys are here.
Rejoice! It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto!
Of course I'm not. Everyone's there. All my friends who had struggled together and survived. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up. Wait, what's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away, shoo, shoo. And in a flash, my tears dried up. Alright. So what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured that since the show was over, we'd have access to a new place again. And no dice, all the rooms that were locked before were still locked. So there weren't any new areas. Then, where can we go to find new clues? I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me neither. Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. He saved my life. Not too many people can say that they had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you. Mukuro, what was it like hanging out in the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world. You mean Soul Society? Did you get to talk to her? Ooh, Miss Cleo. No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Cleo? Probably the receptionist for the spirit world. You stink. Are you rotten? Rotten physically, mentally, every way you can be rotten. Sorry, I was rolling around in the garbage for a while. This smell is so smelly. What the? What the? Yeah, she's still a weird one. There's no time to indulge in an extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened with Monokuma. Explain? Explain what? But is it okay that you're here? What if the mastermind catches you? That's related to what I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last class trial. Last class trial? We're going to redo Mukuro's trial. What? Seriously? What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it, like I keep telling you. Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of them. Then who is it? What is she saying? Was it all the work of the mastermind? What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro? That's right. It was all an elaborate trap to contrive by the mastermind. I can't spell that. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to stop it. But his decision meant that he would be the one to die. You spotted the trap, did you, Makoto? You made it sound like it was easy. I just, But executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blackened, is a clear violation of school regulations. The rules state that only the Blackens to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules, which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the class trial one more time. And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you? Very observant of you. I recall what you said at the end of the class trial. When you said now is the mastermind that's ensnared, that's what you were referring to. Yeah, I'm totally in the dark here. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So, knowing all this, what can we do now? It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose Mastermind? But there's more to do than that, correct? Yeah. For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery? But we've been looking all around this time, and we still don't know anything, right? You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone? Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. I, meanwhile, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I'd say. But figuring out who the mastermind is and how they killed Mukuro and all the school's mysteries is pretty a tall freaking order. Maybe, but this time the trial's different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve all those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone else seems like the most obvious way to solve all the mysteries. That's what I thought too at first, until Monokuma gave us that little hint of his. Hint? It's very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyways, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Monokuma said that, didn't he? That Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. But why? If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had set foot in the school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised a scene like that. But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in the school's Upspeak Academy, I keep on saying Upspeak Academy, are the 16 students who have been taking part in the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall. Oh wait, that's Tokyo. In the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you got 16. So the mastermind would have to be one of them? And one of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive, are the 16 people standing here right now. Need I to continue, or do you get it now? You're saying the mastermind is one of us? You can't be serious. Wait, we can't say for sure that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said all that to confuse us. Certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they are an ultimate right and the ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible, but if one of us was the mastermind, they have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone acting suspicious anytime Monokuma was active? Maybe they snuck off and controlled him in secret. I don't care how sneaky you are, we would have noticed someone sneaking off that many times. Then maybe Monokuma was autopilot. Maybe they loaded up all the dialogue and actions beforehand. In that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directed the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Or maybe Monokuma is just an AI. My body has been discovered.
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered
True ending, let's go!
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock
Every
in the
room?
school.
Every room. That means the mastermind can't hide from us.
Wherever you want.
Or maybe they can.
Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit.
Let's go. So what about nighttime? It's literally nighttime. Do we have to go to bed?
Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
Bro, Monokuma... Bro, he sounds psychotic. What the heck? How very magnanimous of him to unlock all the rooms. The time for talk is done. We need to begin our investigation. But I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway. At this point, I can rely only on myself and on The Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Well then, after making his final statement, Miyako left the dining hall. Gah, Master, he didn't take me with him. Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream or the coffee. You're totally useless. So, bye. With that, Toko trudged out of the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makoto, Hina, and me. In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
Just a second.
Wait, how come? Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's true identity. Ha 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 ha. Laughing loudly, Hiro left the dining hall. Everyone's really gonna go off by themselves. What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing. I mean, it's not that I don't trust everyone, you know. But up till now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depended on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been there, I would have died. Makoto? That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless. So I figured at the least here at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us all get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it all on my own. Okay, see you later. Hina was in surprisingly high spirits as she dashed out of the dining hall. And once again, it's just us two. What? Oh, I thought Kyoko. Wait, didn't she leave? What? I'm confused. Indeed. So you're gonna go off by your own too, right, Kyoko? Well, don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our searches separately doesn't mean we can't still work together. That goes for all of us. I think I see what you mean. Doing our own investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I sure just see it as splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right. Well, I'd better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check. Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before. Makoto, no matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. With that, Kyoko's gone, leaving only me. I don't have time to waste either. I have to begin my search. I still can't believe the mastermind might be one of us. So that's what I have to prove. I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. Expose the mastermind's true identity and solve the mystery at the school. And then we can all escape together. Investigate. Let's go. I guess I'll start off by taking another look at Mukuro's Monokuma file. Exposure of the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were... Now that I'm thinking about it, we still didn't figure out what she was struck with. So, yeah. Once we find out who killed Mukuro Ikusaba, then we'll know who the mastermind is. So, where should I start my investigation to figure out who killed her? I guess I should start with the rooms that were locked up until now. The headmaster's room, the biolab, and the door in the data center with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, and the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down before. That should be open now, right? Okay, after that, I'll have to double check the areas that are connected to the murder. Which means the garden and the dojo. Okay, time to get started. Places to check. Oh, I actually wrote them down. Anyways, guys, I'm probably gonna end the video here. It's been 15 minutes. Well, yeah, we are almost there to beating the game, I guess. I don't know if we're close to beating the game or not. But yeah, we are so close to uncovering the truth. Anyways, I'll see y'all, Robloxians, Duelists, and your normal civilians next time. See ya!